G'day, welcome to another video. I thought I'd do a video on both the 500s today. Try and do a little bit more detail on what we've done to the bikes. A lot of you have already seen the video on the 490, but not much is known about the WR500 that I've just built. So we'll run through them today, and you can let me know down in the comments what you think of these two bikes. So yeah, if you can also like and subscribe to my page, that'd be good, because it'd be good to try and get up to 1,000 subscribers if I can. So I've got a lot of views on the 490, which obviously you can see I've marked as a 500 because she's a little bit modified. But we'll get into the ups and downs of these two bikes, and then for a bit of a treat, I'll fire them both up and you can hear them running together. I just did it just now, and it's a pretty mighty sound. So we'll start with this 92 WR500. So this was, like a lot of you guys would know, when you're building old bikes, this was a bucket of shit when I got it. So got it in a couple of boxes and somewhat rolling frame. Had to do some frame repairs to one of the rails here. The bottom rails were good, but this rail here was a bit rusted out. So that's my dog in the background. But yeah, pretty much replaced everything on the bike that I could. So the frame got stripped down, bare metal. Repainted it in 2-pack by myself. I didn't powder coat it. Powder coating would be nice, it's stronger, but yeah, I went in 2-pack there. So the engine I got lucky with. The engine, when I fired it up for the first time, sounded better than the 490, which has had some motor work. So I was pretty happy with the engine. There is a little bit of wear on the piston, but still got heaps of compression, and all the gears are there, and clutch and everything works really well. So I got lucky there. But all chassis bearings have been replaced, just like with everybody's builds. The tank was split, so I got one of the reproduction tanks from Yamaha in Brazil. A local mate of mine here in Australia, Travis Redling, he does all my suspension work. So that's my dog Harley. He's redone the forks for me, redone the rear shock. Took it for a ride to Condale, bottomed it out on every little bump. So we've now got race tech springs front and rear to suit my weight, which is obviously a little bit heavier than I'd like to be. The seat cover is made by a mate of mine here in Australia, Brian Litso. So he did do a custom seat foam, but I wasn't overly pleased with it, so I just went the high foam. I tried a standard foam and it's just too low, too flat. So I've gone for the tall foam. All UFO plastics, all new. The front disc guard I got off of a guy here in Australia. It's dated 1990 YZ, which is pretty cool. The frame guards are all period correct. I've gone the 91, 92 YZ swing arm on the rear. I believe it was a mod that they used to do back in the day. So I got the YZ rear hub in there as well. Going on to the YZ parts, I've also got a YZ front disc from that era. So it's a little bit bigger. I'm not exactly sure of the size, but it's definitely bigger than the stock one. Just rental 966, is it? Yeah, 966 bars. What else have we done? So I've replaced brake calipers, master cylinders, all the stuff you can't get parts for. I did try rebuilding the stock ones, but they just didn't work. So I actually got these off of eBay. So the brake hoses, the brake caliper, the brake master cylinder, front and rear, are all eBay items, and they work fantastic. I've gone for the Electron carbs on both bikes. So they are just a China copy. I was keen to get a proper Electron, but I thought $1,000 landed here in Australia, or $100 to try it. So I tried one on the 490. That bike hasn't run that good since I put one on, so I got one for this as well. So they are just the copy carbs. So we'll see how they go for a little while. There was a lot of parts that I struggled to find. I was missing a spacer at the back of the engine there. Got that from a new mate of mine now, Tony Larkin in the UK. So yeah, parts that I couldn't make myself, I've sourced from all over the world. So I believe it's come up pretty good. Yeah, so that's the WR. So we go over to the pride of my fleet, I would say. I've had this one the longest. This is my YZ490. It's an 86 model, but as you can see, I've dressed it up as a 87 because I prefer the white color of the frame. So I got the 87 decals on it as well. All the decals on both bikes, all my race bikes, are from a company here in Australia called KMX, Custom MX. They will ship worldwide, so if you're looking for decals for your modern bikes or your old vintage bikes, hit them up. So I got same bend rental bars on this bike as well. I was running the twin wall rentals, but I wanted a little less vibration, which is a big ask out of one of these big bikes. Full pro circuit exhaust and muffler on this one. The engine work was done by MX Engines at Capella Bar here in Queensland, Australia. There is another video down below that shows you all the details that went into this build as far as the engine goes. So it's on second oversize, which I think makes it around a 510 or 512. Hence the reason why I went for the 500 decals. Plus, I think 500 looks cooler than 490. So custom seat also by Brian Litzo at Capella Bar. Also running the Electron carb on this one. So this one was in a lot better condition when I bought it. So the restoration on this one was a lot easier. It did have shitty crank seals and reeds, which we found out when I redlined her on the start line one day, and that's when I handed the engine over to Chris at MX Engines, and we did the rebuild. But same thing, linkage bearings, headset bearings all gone through. The brakes have all been gone through. These are all original brakes, original wheels, everything. What else? Suspension. The rear shock was done by Trav Redgeling as well here in Queensland. But yeah, I've put quite a few miles on the YZ. I've got a couple of period correct things like the Maya disc and fork guard, genuine front and rear fenders, which are still available. These are the original side and front number plates. The tank came from VMX Racing in the US. It's a little bit whiter than the genuine stuff, but it's a nice new tank. So yeah, that's the two bikes. So we'll fire them up, and yeah, if you could be here to smell it, it smells really good. I'm running them on a mix of 50% avgas, 50% 95 octane fuel, and Motorex 2-stroke oil. Good. Okay, take two. So I had a little bit of trouble starting the WR that time. The YZ fires up perfectly, so fire them up again. And try and get both of them running. I drew a bit of inspiration from everybody's favourite Ken Kaplan. Hey mate, Everybody loves the big 500. We've got 1,000 cc's of old school two-stroke goodness. We all know what Kenny would say, rip your house off the foundation. So there you go. So that's my two bikes. Considering selling both of them, so if anyone's interested, hit me up. But yeah, enjoy. Please remember to like and subscribe, leave a comment down below so that I can see what you think. Yeah, thanks for watching.